Hello, everyone. Oh boy, we've got some stuff to talk about. We've already got some comments. Ewan, hey, sorry I missed the other ones, mate. Was in Ireland for Christmas season and had no Wi-Fi. That's all right. Back now. I cannot wait to talk about this frankly amazing episode. Lewis, hello, Lewis. How you doing? Vinny Harris, hi, dude. Happy New Year. I had a wild one. I really liked this episode. My girl and I enjoyed it along with my good friends. Despite being hungover, it was a blast. Dan is welcoming Ewan back. Nice to have you back, Ewan. Dan, hey, how you doing? Happy New Year, everyone, says Dan. Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you everyone had a good evening last evening and a good first day of 2019 as well. As always, we're going to give it a few minutes just to see if anyone's going to come over from Twitter or anything like that. And then we're going to start talking about the episode. We've got lots and lots and lots of stuff to talk about tonight. Obviously, an hour-long episode. We had 10 minutes extra than we usually would in a normal Doctor Who episode since Series 11. Obviously, the return of the Daleks, which requires a lot of talking about. Ewan Ward, Happy New Year, James. Happy New Year to you too. Vinny Harris, hope you had a good New Year, dude. Thank you. Hope you did too. Lewis, I know, right? Loved it, but no teaser for next series, so I'm annoyed. I wasn't expecting a teaser because they haven't even started filming Series 12 yet. But I was expecting more than just the Doctor will return. I thought there might be another line that was going to come up that said January 2020 or something, or with maybe the first episode, the name of the episode or something. But no, just the Doctor will return. So is what it is. Michael Reed thinks the episode was amazing. Dutton Domain thinks it was brilliant. What are my thoughts on the Dune design? We're going to get to that. That's going to be the first thing we're going to talk about. Dan, wow, loved it. Ewan Ward, Brexit killed units. I know, how crazy is that about a unit? I wonder whether that's done on purpose. That's going to be part of Series 12, potentially. I don't know. Vinny Harris, it was all dancing, laughing, and some sexy action at my place last night. Fair enough. Well, it seems that a lot of you really, really enjoyed the episode. Vinny Harris, I do wish that we had something that said when the series was coming back. Just something like, do you remember when Series 4, the Christmas special for Series 4, I know it was only a few months before Planet of the Dead, but it said, Doctor Who will return in Planet of the Dead, Easter 2010. Something like that. Just an episode name and a month would work for me. But I guess they have no clue. They haven't even started filming it yet, so they don't know whether anything might be delayed, I guess. Dan thinks it's funny. Ewan's saying that Brexit killed UNIT. That was a weird inclusion in the episode, though. I hope that has some relevance. Otherwise, I just feel like it's a bit of a waste of a line, if that makes sense. Ewan Ward, at least we finally know what drone flew over Gatwick. I thought that was funny. I did find that was funny because they obviously wrote that and filmed that before anything happened at Gatwick, but I still thought that was funny. Lewis, I still can't believe someone's theory about the monster under the shell just so happens to take control of people. Yeah, I know. Literally on my live stream the other day, I can't even, if you're watching and it was you who said it, I can't remember who said it. Someone's theory in the live stream was that that the Dalek was going to be out of its shell, and it was, which is crazy. Ewan Ward, that's a plus. Vinny Harris, I know exactly what you mean. Apart from that, it was an ace episode. Josh Beedham, Heart, that's my mate. I know they're watching the live stream. What did you think of the episode, Josh and Sam? Did you think it was good? Right, let's start. Because boy oh boy, have I got stuff to talk about. Right, okay. So, the first thing that I've written is I have a lot of good things to say about the episode. However, firstly, and I don't know how you guys are going to react to this, I thought you'd be more in agreement with me, but what the hell was that Dalek? That's my one line. I saw so many amazing concepts for a Dalek on Twitter and stuff. I even showed some of you guys on the live streams. Oh, they're going to keep a similar design. They're going to go for silver and blue, something like that. What was that? I know that it was kind of patched together and it was kind of made from scrap metal, and I thought maybe they're gonna change it. It's gonna change after it gets blown up. It's gonna have a real design. I hated the design, and there is no other way to put it. I hated the design. Dr. Collectible said, really good and creative story. In a way, I like the one-off design. I thought the story was very creative and I thought it was very nice to have a different Dalek story. I hated the design. Vinnie Harris, it was junkyard chic, as the Doctor put it. Yeah, it was. Hannah Derbyshire, it was the first 30 minutes were good and then it was very mixed in my opinion. Completely agree. Stole the words right out of my mouth. Dan hated the Dalek. Yeah. So what I've written, I've decided to focus on the bad things first. I'm going to do that sort of review thing where you do the worst things first and then you say, but I really liked this. Ewan Ward actually kind of liked the Dalek. Fair enough. What did you really like about it? I just thought it looked awful. I really, really did. Awful. Some of the shots looked CGI. Particularly the shots where the Doctor first sees it, it was like CGI, and I thought, what? And the CGI looked awful, by the way. It did not look good or real or anything like that. Oh, and I thought it was just rubbish. I hated the design, and it took me right out of the moment because I was thinking to myself, I've not even listened to the past minute of what this Dalek's been saying because I've just been looking at it and thinking, what the hell is that? Dan loved everything else, just hated the Dalek. Yeah, I'm kind of the same. Vinny, I liked the opening with the history of the hiding parts of the Daleks. I thought that was okay. Dr. Collectible, equivalent to the Junkyard TARDIS. Lewis, Dalek kills people with Wi-Fi #depression. Hannah, I swear most of it was CGI. I think it... I don't know. It looked CGI, but it looked like awful CGI. Dr. Collectible has said that they liked the feel that there was an actual threat, and I agree with you, there was for a lot of the episode. Michael Reed is better than the coloured Daleks. I would disagree with that. I honestly would disagree with that. The Paradigm Daleks weren't great, but they were better, in my opinion, than this Dalek. I really, really thought, what the hell is that? It just looked... I just really hated it. The Michael Donnington... Even the text on the screen was awful. We've got... Do you do design or anything like that? Because as soon as that big text on the screen came up, I thought, what the hell is that? Who chose that? I know it's a tiny little nitpicky thing, but I thought, what? Dalek Collectible, its kill count is massive. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were killed in the episode, which is good. I've put linking on to what I've next written down. Although there were plenty of deaths, I have always said that the Daleks should win in every appearance. It felt like it was defeated very easily. That's my opinion. The Daleks have really, really struggled in recent years because I feel like they've become a bit of a joke in Stephen Moffat's era. This was definitely a step in the right direction, but I felt like it was defeated too easily. There should always be a bittersweet ending to a Dalek story, in my opinion. Yes, they might be defeated, but at what cost? Do you know what I mean? Series 4, Donna's memory had to be wiped. Do you know what I mean? Series 1, the Doctor had to regenerate. Series 2, we lost Rose. They should be defeated, but always at a cost, in my opinion, and I think that's what let me down in this episode. Hannah, my favourite bit of the whole episode was when she took the Dalek into the TARDIS and had a massive go at him through the teleport thing. Got to see an angry Doctor. I can't think what bit. Oh, the bit when she's on the microphone. Yeah, I thought that bit was good. Vinnie Harris thinks the text was ridiculously big. Hannah, also the line between me and the Dalek, it's personal. I thought was good as well. Vinnie Harris, I liked seeing the Doctor getting feisty and sassy. Yeah, it was definitely a step in the right direction for that darker side of Jodie's Doctor. Michael Donnington, Dalek on a diet. Literally. Yeah, I agree. Doctor Collectible, strongest Dalek episode since The Stolen Earth. Bold statement. I might have to watch it again to see if I agree with you there. I might have to have a think about all the other Dalek stories that there's been. Vinnie Harris, I would have liked to see the fleet arrive. Yeah, I kind of agree with you there. Michael Donnington, Ryan's dad should have died. Hallelujah. Michael Donnington, you're on the same wavelength as me. I'm going to get onto that. Ryan's dad should have died. I'm going to put it out there. I predicted it. And literally, as I was watching the episode, the TARDIS doors fling open. He's getting pulled out. He should have been pulled out, by the way. If we're being realistic about it, he should have been dead. Also, if we're also being realistic about it, Ryan should be dead as well. I'm not saying that he should die, but he should be. Theoretically. Ewan Ward, having it a sort of steampunk design gave the Daleks a new kind of paint. Chibnall had to give it a new design, similar bronze ones, but like the blue or white or whatever, but then it wouldn't have. I don't know what you mean by that, but I think what you're saying is that it should have stayed the same design, but should have been silver and blue. I completely agree. That's what it should have been. Michael Reed, I think they only used the scrap metal Daleks only in this episode. Hope to God. I hope to God. I think you're probably right, but imagine the new viewers that have been brought in with Series 11, and that's their first taste of a Dalek. It's not a great first impression, in my opinion. Lewis, yeah, it was destroyed by a supernova. What? Not so much that. I don't think that was a bad ending to it. I just didn't like the fact that they blew it up so easily. I thought, as soon as they put the force field down in that scene at GCHQ, I thought, oh my god, one of them's going to get a shot here. One of them is going to get shot. They've taken the force field down. There's 7 of them. You can't miss one of 7. Surely you can't miss one of 7. And it did. Okay? Ewan, fit the scene. Imagine the exact same scene in the old rusty warehouse, but slapped right into the middle of it was a brand new shiny Dalek that would have looked so out of place. Interesting take. Don't disagree with you there. Dan, looked like, loved the Dalek alien on the girl's back. She was like the Terminator. I thought that bit was quite good, but I'm going to mention it in a minute. I felt like it went on a bit too long. Vinnie Harris, I agree with Michael. He speaks the truth. Dan, so knew the microwave would be significant. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, looking back on it, yeah. Ewan Ward, if the fleet had arrived, which I would have enjoyed, then sure, they could have introduced a new design. That would have been cool. That's literally what I thought was going to happen. Jonathan Vlogs. It felt a lot like an episode was set in the TARDIS. Yeah, but I don't dislike that, because the TARDIS, the interior of the TARDIS, hasn't been in Series 11 much at all. Michael Donnington. Ending would have liked Ryan. Ryan's dad dies. Ryan angry with the Doctor. Ryan wants to go home with Graham. Leave it on a cliffhanger. That would have been very, very good. Michael Donnington, you're a clever man. Dr. Collectible. I liked its new missiles. I didn't like its new missiles, I'll be honest. Ewan. Also, I sent another one that was a contribution to the first one. I don't know what you're talking about there. Lewis. Ryan's dad was not a strong character. If he had died, it would have made it even better. Completely agree. Naya Dove. Best Dalek story since the Russell T Davies era. The round things have a purpose. Yes, I agree. I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, the missiles. I didn't like the missiles, I'll be honest. Vinnie Harris, the inside of the TARDIS was pretty interesting and unusual. I thought it was really nice seeing a lot of the inside of the TARDIS this episode, I'll be honest. So my next point is the Dalek should have been back in its shell sooner, in my opinion. That whole stretch of it being on the girl's back went on for too long. Towards the end, I started to get a bit bored of that. It should have been rounded up that bit within 15 minutes, I would say. I was constantly thinking of the time throughout the episode, because I know that has been a problem before. I was constantly thinking, how the hell are they gonna save the day? They're gonna have about 5 minutes to save the day, and then that's gonna be the issue with the episode. Carl B. Didn't like the music that much in the episode. Didn't seem as good a fit for the action as episodes 1 to 10. Also, it was ridiculously loud in places. I actually agree with you on that one. I didn't think the music was great. It wasn't scary. For the Daleks, it just didn't... It felt like an action film. And yeah, I completely agree with you on that one. It didn't fit the Daleks. I hope it's not the Daleks theme, because I would like something else. Vinnie Harris, a very cool design. You're talking about for the Daleks? Dr. Collectible, the Daleks base was too big. It just looked weird. As soon as I saw it sort of silhouette, I thought, oh god. And then it came out, and from the side it kind of looked okay. And I thought, okay. And then I saw it again, and I thought, oh my god. It looked like a fan film at times. That's the best way that I can describe it. I've seen animations on YouTube of Dalek sort of fan-made episodes, and it looked like that. It just looked not good at all. Vinnie Harris, I thought Ryan and his dad might have both died. You know what? There was a good 5 seconds where I genuinely thought Ryan was going to die. I genuinely thought he was going to be sucked out. Dan, think it was 40 minutes in when the Dalek encasing appeared. Exactly. I think it should have been way before that. We should have had the Dalek in its casing, preferably in a good design casing. For 40 minutes of the episode. 40 minutes out of the hour, we should have seen the actual Dalek. Vinnie Harris. No, I meant the inside of the TARDIS. Fair enough. Yeah, I like the inside of the TARDIS. Ryan's dad should have been killed. I was on the edge of my seat in that scene where Ryan went to go grab him, because I genuinely thought that both of them were going to get sucked out. But no. In my opinion, it was the perfect opportunity to give the episode some real consequences. Even if you just killed Ryan's dad, that would have made it better, in my opinion. But if you'd have killed him and Ryan, I would have genuinely been shocked. And yeah, I would have genuinely been shocked. Lewis, the Daleks should have had a secret lair in the sewers instead of taking control of the host. I personally think that the Daleks should have gone into the water, because that's what they thought it had done. And I thought, when they said that, I thought, that's clever. Especially if maybe something ended up somewhere in Sheffield to do with water. I don't know quite what, but that could have been really interesting. I'll be honest, I didn't expect it to be on her back, but I wasn't surprised in a good way. I thought, I didn't think it worked that well. But it was different, so yeah. The only other point that is slightly negative that I want to say is I didn't feel that I saw as much of a dark side to Jodie's Doctor as I would have liked. I agree that she was definitely more dark and sassy, but it wasn't as much as I would have liked, and I think that was a shame, personally. Ewan Ward, the scene in the cafe felt out of place. It contributed to the story, but it felt like I was watching a drama, not Doctor Who. Dr. Collectible still thinks Series 11 is better than a lot of Moffat's episodes. Do you agree? Yes, I do. Moffat was hit and miss for me. I didn't like a lot of his stuff. Some of the stuff I did, but in general, it was too complicated, I thought. Vinnie Harris, my friend laughed when the Dalek flew out the barn. There we go. You shouldn't laugh at a Dalek episode. There should be no space for laughter. That's all I'm saying. Dan, I'd loved that it was a different type of Dalek episode. Yeah, I liked the fact that it was different. And I really do feel like if I just forget about the design for a minute, I think it was a very strong episode. It had a hell of a lot more in it than a lot of Series 11 episodes, which is a good thing. And I think Chris Chibnall really, really wrote this episode quite well. When you consider it only had 10 minutes more than Series 11 episodes, it had a hell of a lot more action in it. That's what Doctor Who episodes should be like, in my opinion. So yeah. So let's stop being negative about it now, because I've got a lot of positives to talk about. But I wanted to just talk about that design for a minute, because it was awful. Okay. So, um, what did I like about the episode? It was action packed. It had everything that a lot of Series 11 episodes were lacking, in my opinion. It had a lot of action to it, and it really, really did feel thrilling. And I thought that was good. I really enjoyed it, particularly the first half. Um, Dr. Collectible, what would you rate the episode out of 10? I'll talk about that in a minute. I don't know. 7 probably, or an 8 maybe. Maybe not an 8, 7 or a 6. Dan, it felt different to the rest of Series 11. Yeah, it did. And maybe it was just the fact that Chris Chibnall was sort of getting a bit more used to it, getting more comfortable with the role, potentially. I don't know. I thought Ryan, Graham, and Yaz were all written very, very well in this episode. I thought they all came across really, really good, and I enjoyed watching them. There wasn't a moment that I didn't enjoy. Just the few weeks that there's been between Series 11 and this episode, as soon as it started, I thought, yeah, I've missed this. So that's a good thing, in my opinion. It didn't feel like any of them were underdeveloped. I liked how fast-paced the episode was. It was a nice change from some of the slow-paced episodes in Series 11. Vinnie Harris, action-packed is right. It had more oomph to it than some of the latest episodes. Yeah, I agree. Lewis, the Daleks' casing should have been more stronger and backfired on the characters when they tried to overheat it. Is that what they did to it? They overheated it? I don't know. I didn't like the design, and I'm sure I will get over it, but who designed that? It looked awful, in my opinion. The opening 20 minutes / 30 minutes was brilliant, I thought. Even though I wasn't keen on the thing being on the girl's back, I thought it was brilliant. The first bit with the Doctor and the TARDIS when they were talking about they've been to New Year's Day and different planets and stuff. And then when they got the distress call or the signal or whatever, and they landed and they met the archaeologist, thought all of that was really great. I really liked the scene when they were talking about the New Year's kiss as well at the beginning, because I thought that felt very human. Ewan Ward, I was just waiting for the moment when the dad punched Graham or vice versa in the house when they were alone. Yeah, I thought that bit was quite nice though when they were talking. He should have been killed. He should have been killed. Hyolo, if that's how I pronounce your name. People say that the new Dalek design, that's the new Dalek design, but it's really not. It was made for them. It was made by the mutant out of spare parts from Earth. So don't worry. From what I know, it's still the 9th, 10th incarnation. Okay, well, hopefully it won't be, but oh yeah. I just wish they'd have had a new design that was decent in this episode. What's the point making a new design if it's only temporary? Vinnie Harris, I agree about the kiss discussion. It added something. Yeah, I think it said a lot about the characters. Just instantly, you didn't need a load of exposition or anything like that. That told us who the characters were. Sorry. Dan thought it was quite touching that Graham going common ground over Grace's death with Ryan Daz. Yeah, I agree. I thought that discussion was quite nice. I liked the bit when he was like, right, I'm going to have to just explain this very quickly. That cabinet, and then the TARDIS just appeared. I thought that was quite good. Ewan Ward, blimey, we're going scientific here. They used the transformers from the microwave and the heating coils out of the microwave and the oven, used the transformers to transfer a lot of the Sonic's energy into electricity, which then heated up the coils, melting the Dalek. Okay, fair enough. Not going to argue with you there. Jonathan Vlogs, I cried when it finished because I'm not waiting for a year. I know. Oh, I know. Tell me about it. Kessiana, sorry I'm late. No worries. Dr. Collectible, great Dalek episode overall. Just want a better design. Couldn't say it better myself. Hyolo, just hope that it's not the Paradigm Daleks. Yep, I agree. They weren't great either. They should keep the design of the Daleks that they had before the Rusty Davis Daleks, but change the colour. That's my opinion. If I was running Doctor Who, that's what you'd get. So what are my highlights? Tiny moment. The Doctor breaking Graham's chair. I laughed out loud at that bit. I thought that bit was really, really good. When he was just like, "You broke my chair." I thought that was really good. Ryan and his dad in the cafe. I quite enjoyed that bit. I thought it was a nice breather from the episode. Thought it was good. Hyolo, I can't believe Unit's gone. I wouldn't what's the phrase? Hold your breath. I wouldn't hold your breath. I reckon they'll be back. I think that's been put there for a reason. Series 12, I think we'll see them again. I think we'll see the rebuild of UNIT. Carl B. While I enjoyed the episode, I found it frustrating the way Chibnall cut from really crucial points in the action to long, slow, talky scenes with Ryan and his dad, or Ryan's dad and Graham. Don't disagree, but I thought it was a nice breather. The beginning sewer scene, first 10 minutes, 20 minutes or so of the episode, really, really enjoyed. That's another highlight for me. Kessiana, I loved Wayne Yip's directing. Yeah, I didn't even think about it, which is a good thing. Didn't even cross my mind. I completely forgot that he was directing. So yeah, I agree. It was really good. So what were my overall thoughts of the episode? I thought it had a great first half, and I thought the second half was slightly disappointing. I loved the epicness of the episode. I would really, really like more of that. I really, really would. I thought it was more epic than any Series 11 episode, in my opinion. The only thing I thought it was kind of similar to The Woman Who Fell to Earth, which isn't a complaint at all, because I really enjoyed The Woman Who Fell to Earth. I've put here, I hope to God we never see that Dalek design again. And I really do, because I can't take the Daleks seriously with that design. I also think that they weren't dark enough. When you think about Series 1, Episode 6, the episode Dalek, there was no mercy shown by that Dalek. And that's how we should have had this episode, in my opinion. The Lynn girl who had it on her back, how the hell was she spared? She should have been killed. We should have seen the Dalek crawl up into the suit. This would have been a really good shot. So let's forget the new design. Let's say it was grey and blue. So the creature comes off her back, climbs up into the suit, yeah, and then she runs, and then it just shoots her. That's what should have happened. Dan thought with UNIT gone, Torchwood might turn up. You know what? That would have been. Why did she say, "Oh right, we're alone then"? She could have called on Torchwood, let's face it. But yeah, I agree. That would have been a good addition. Hyolo, I was hoping the Dalek mutant was Dalek Sec, who used his human body's remains to regrow and tried to find his body, which was left in Manhattan. I would have loved that. Good idea, but I think it would have alienated a lot of new viewers, and I think that's the reason they wouldn't have gone for something like that. Focus Who? Hi James, just tuned into you. My thoughts is that if either the middle bulk was wider or the lower bulk was thinner, the Dalek would look okay. Yeah, I agree. I think the bit that made it look so weird was like the weird thing, and also the fact some of it was CGI, and also if we're getting really, really in detail, the view, when you can see through the Dalek's eye stalk, the view, it looked rubbish. It really looked rubbish. Dan agrees with me that the girl should have been shot. She should have been, by the way. Why would a Dalek not kill her? Ewan Ward, Dan, that would have been awesome. Then we could bring back Jack. Yes, I agree. That would have been great as well. Overall, I'm looking forward to another series of Ryan, Graham and Yaz. I thought they came across really well in this episode, and I think they all had something to do, which was really nice to see, because in Series 11, at some points, they didn't have a lot to do. I thought they were all really great in this episode. I enjoyed all of them. I particularly thought Yaz was great when she escorted the two archaeologists off the property, because I felt like that police officer inside her was coming out quite a lot, and I thought that was really great. Dr. Collectible, I liked that this wasn't just a normal Dalek and it was a renegade Dalek. Yeah, I agree. I agree that it had a difference to a normal Dalek. I agree. But yeah, I mean, I've talked about the things I wasn't keen on enough. The last point that I've written down is that although the episode was good, I'm not sure if it was good enough to satisfy people for a whole year. It didn't make me think, oh my god, I want this to carry on. I just thought, right, well, I hope it's decent next year. And that's the problem. I thought it was a good episode, but there were definitely downfalls. The Dalek in particular really, really let me down. I think maybe I just had a lot of high expectations. It just let me down. Sometimes I think the TARDIS seems a bit too crowded. apart from that, that's about all I've got to say on the episode. I really enjoyed chatting to you guys. Ewan, as much as I don't particularly like the dad, the casting is perfect. Yeah, I thought he was good. I didn't mind him at all. I just think he should have died. No offense, Dan. Jack and Gwen would have been cool. Yeah, I agree, but I don't know if it would have fit in. Looking forward to find out what happened to Unit. I hope that's something to do with Series 12. I really do hope that. That could be really, really interesting as a story arc. Focus Who? Matt Strevens, I don't know how to pronounce his name, said that in the behind the scenes video that the new design of the Dalek isn't inventing the whole race, as in this Dalek exists outside the sphere of the others. So I wouldn't be too worried. Okay, that's not terrible then. Hopefully they'll come back with a better design. Fingers crossed. Lewis, Daleks should have scared the Doctor by killing a lot of people close to her. Yeah. Only changes I would have made is not have the Dalek on the girl's back for as long. Redesign of the Dalek should have been better. Girl should have died. At least one of their gang should have died. To be honest, both archaeologists should have died. Ryan's dad also should have died, at the very least. The guy protecting the Black Archive, though. Was that the Black Archive? That she got his hand? I thought that bit was quite good. That was GCHQ, wasn't it? Or was it the Black Archive? I don't know. So, yeah. It was good, but I had hoped for slightly better. Dr. Collectible, imagining if all the Daleks from now on had the design from this episode. No. Please no. I didn't think it was brilliant at all. It was a shame, really, but it is what it is. Obviously, it's out of my hands. I'm sure I'll get over it, but that is all Doctor Who that we're going to have until next year now. It's the 1st of January, and we're not going to have any Doctor Who for the rest of this year. Unless they bring back the Christmas special, which they might do. Ewan Ward, one line about having a husband then killed off screen and cut to her dragging the body. That was a very good way of introducing the brutalness of the Daleks again. Yeah, I agree. Could have done more. I think the Daleks, yeah, you can kill who you want, kill everyone, but the only time that it really sticks in people's minds will be if they kill main characters, even just side characters, like Ryan's dad, in my opinion. So yeah, that's everything. Thanks for watching today, guys. I've really enjoyed chatting to you. Now, I'm not going to be here next Sunday, or for the foreseeable future. I'm going to go back to the drawing board on live streams. I may bring back live streams at some point in the near future. Obviously, I go back to university for the second semester of my last year in a couple of weeks' time. So I'm going to think about how I can keep content coming out even when I'm working on uni work. I may bring the live stream back, just a general live stream, not necessarily talking about Doctor Who. Let me know what you think of that. My links are in the description, so I've got my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Snapchat. Please do add me on all of those. I'd love to hear your suggestions for anything that I could potentially do in the future. But next weekend, I am away. I'm not here, so I'm not going to be live streaming definitely next weekend. Watch this space for the future, because I may well be back at some point. Someone's just said connection is lost. Hyolo, I think that final scene with the Dalek mutant and the sun. I think when Ryan said take my hand and Ryan, but as the mutant kills himself but kills Ryan and his dad. Yeah, I think Ryan and his dad should have been killed. Connection is lost apparently. Can you see me now? Am I okay now? Hopefully I'm okay now. I'm just going to refresh it very quickly just to see whether that will change things. Fingers crossed you can see me, can you? I'm just checking on my phone. Oh yeah, I'm still going. So yeah, so what I was saying, guys, was the fact that I may live stream again in the future, but I'm not 100% sure when. Do follow me on all my social medias. I would appreciate that a lot. Apart from that, that is all to say. My connection is not very good on my live stream page right now, so bear with me for a second. But that is everything. I really hope you enjoyed the episode. I really hope you enjoyed the live stream. I will see you very, very soon. Thanks for tuning in to the live stream. Thanks to all you guys, all the regulars who have tuned in on all the other weeks as well. I'll see you very soon. I'm really glad to chat to you tonight. I'll speak to you very soon. I'll speak to you on social medias. I'll speak to you on the channel. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Like the video. And I'll see you soon, guys. Okay? Have a good rest of the year. See you. Bye.